My warm greetings to all the students. Today we begin with our Unit 2, Pandora and the Hope Fairy, which is a myth. A myth is a traditional story that is narrated by the people from history. This story is a myth believed by the Greeks, that is, the people who live in Greece, just like the people of India are called Indians, the similar way the people of Greece are called Greeks. So, the story is believed by the Greeks. It is about a woman Pandora and the Hope Fairy. Before we begin, let me discuss the unit structure. In this unit, you will be learning in the comprehension, complete the sentences, reference to context, think and answer. And in grammar, you will have apostrophes using contractions. In contractions, the usage of apostrophe you will be learning. And in vocabulary, commonly confused words. In writing, story writing, first person narrative, listening, post listening, after listening to the text, you will be able to rearrange the sentences in the correct order based on the text. Speaking. In speaking, you will be learning how to show your expressions in a surprising way, how to express a surprise. In pronunciation, you will be learning poem recitation. In spelling, you will be having dictionary work. Find the meanings of the words. Life skills. Curiosity and disobedience can be dangerous, but hope remains. Just think. Do you think fairies really exist? Have you ever seen them? Do you ever did you ever come across a box with secrets or any strange box? You might have seen that box with the Joker, right? Let's see what is going to happen in the story. Pandora and the Hope Fairy. The Greeks believed that Pandora was the first woman sent to earth. One day she found a box, but she was forbidden from opening it. Forbidden means not allowed to. However, her curiosity got the better of her and she opened the box. So, what happened? Her curiosity. Curiosity is to know more. It's called curiosity. Something to know more is curiosity. So, that curiosity increased in her more and more, and then finally she opened the box. All the evils like pain, death, greed, and so on were released from it into the world. So, all the evils like pain, death, greed, and so on, like all the sad things, were released from it into the world. Released means they all were set free from that box into the world. Read on to find out what happened next. So let us read on to find out what happens next. Pandora had been badly stung and was in great pain. Stung is nothing but it is a painful wound caused by a insect's bite. For example, if a honeybee bites you, don't say honeybee bites. Honeybee has stung me, right? So Pandora has been badly stung and was in great pain. It was the first time that anyone had ever felt pain. So it was the first time that anyone had ever felt pain. It was sharp and unbearable. So the pain was very sharp and it was unbearable. Unbearable means too much to bear or take. She could not take so much pain. She could not bear it. It was out of control. Pandora lay down on the floor. She was crying bitterly, her head resting against the box. So she cried bitterly because she could not bear the pain. She lay down on the floor and she was crying bitterly. Bitterly means extremely, crying very hard. And she rested her head against the box. After some time, Pandora heard a gentle tap on the inside of the lid. What was that? After some time, when Pandora was lying down, she heard a gentle tap on the inside of the lid. What do you think it was? Let us see. Then came that gentle tap again. But what is it? Pandora asked. So there was a tap on the inside coming out from inside the box. She could hear it. But what was it? Was the main question that Pandora asked herself. The new words that you're going to learn on this particular in this particular paragraphs are Greeks, forbidden, curiosity, released, stung, unbearable, bittery. Now let us proceed with the next part. Just lift the lid and you'll see who it is, whispered a sweet voice from within the box. So there was a sweet voice from within the box whispering. That means speaking in a soft and low voice. There was a short whisper in a sweet voice from within the box. What did that voice say? Just lift the lid and you'll see who it is. Lift the lid, did you say? Asked Pandora unpleasantly. So Pandora was shocked. She could not understand. Lift the lid, did you say? She asked rudely. With unhappiness, unpleasantly, she asked. I'd rather not. I've had enough of lifting the lid. So she said, now enough. I'm not going to lift the lid. I'm not going to bear this pain anymore. The voice said, lift it just once more and let me come out. So there was a voice from inside asking her to lift the lid of the box and let that particular thing inside the box come out. So let us see what Pandora does. The new words that you're going to learn in this particular part is whispered unpleasantly. Let you come out and add to our troubles? Pandora cried. No, please stay where you are. Your brothers and sisters have made enough trouble, she said firmly. So she says that I have to let you come out and add to our troubles. Do you want to be one more trouble to all of us? No, 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 I'm sorry. Please stay where you are. Already your brothers and sisters have made enough of trouble. They have already given us lot of difficulties. She said very firmly. She said very strictly and confidently that she's not going to let that particular thing outside. Who do you think were brothers and sisters here that Pandora is talking about? The brothers and sisters that Pandora here is talking about is the pain, greed, and death, all the sadness that have come out from the box. They are all brothers and sisters. She's mentioning it in that way that they all are brothers and sisters. And they have created a lot of difficulties for them. But the voice went on. You mean those ugly monsters with stings in their tails? They are no brothers or sisters of mine, you know. Do I sound like one of them? Has any of them spoken a word to you as I'm speaking to you now? I'm sure you'll like me when you see me. You will let me out, won't you? I'd love you so much to sit beside you in the sunshine. Are you listening? So the voice says that those ugly monsters with stings in their tails are not her brothers and sisters. But she is different, and she also asks whether she sounds like them. Has any of them spoken to her like how this particular voice is speaking to Pandora? She thinks, no, absolutely not. And one more thing, what she says is that I'm going to come out and you will really like me. So now will you let me out? She questions her. And she also wants to have some sunshine. Let us see what Pandora does. Come, lift the lid, Pandora, and let me see the sun. Don't you want to see my wings? The voice said again. This time, the voice said Pandora to lift the lid and to let her see the sun. And she also tempted Pandora to see the wings. Despite her pain, Pandora sat up and her eyes opened wide. She was very eager to see the wings. This tempted Pandora. She wanted to see the wings, but then she was having a lot of pain. In spite of that pain, she sat up with her eyes wide open. She wanted to see the wings, but then she was very alert. In spite of pain, she could not sit up. I think I'm going to open the box, come what may, she cried. Finally, she decided that she is going to open the box. That's that's the right spirit, Pandora, said the voice. The voice said, "That's the right spirit. Very good. That's right." Her heart beating fast, Pandora lifted the lid once again. So Pandora, she lifted the lid once again with her heartbeat very fast. Her heart was beating very fast. She was so scared. And then finally Pandora lifted the lid. What do you think happened after she lifted the lid? Many of you must be thinking that there must be a fairy coming out. Yeah, almost like that. Let us see what that fairy does in our next class. The new words on this side are troubles, firmly, monsters, despite, eager, spirit. Now, that's all for today. Now, time for homework. Your homework would be to read, learn, and write the new words and meanings sent in the PDF in your English classwork. Thank you. Stay safe. Stay blessed.